Book Trust is delighted to be a vice chair of that and welcome you on behalf of Dutch Reading Foundation and the German Reading Foundation and Book Trust and all of you who read. So great to see you all. Yeah, I think we've tried this among the steering group who've worked very hard to test the way that this can work and the technicalities and also the sharing of some of the commonalities and the differences in the things that we're doing in our programs across the world. So we're hopeful that we can have a good session today. We are also still learning, I think, so bear with us if there are any technical hitches and let us know how you think it went. I know that we'll be looking for feedback on how it goes. I think we're keen to see here, we've got a range of organisations who've been book gifting for many years and have got a great deal of experience to share, but we've also got some organisations much more recently started where book gifting is in its infancy. I think those of us who've been doing it for a while are also really keen to learn from some of those newer projects which are trying perhaps different approaches or looking at their evaluations so that they can really kind of test what works in ways that might inform those of us that have more established programs. So I genuinely hope it can be a really sort of mutually productive exchange. We do hope as well that there might be some opportunity in the future to see more organisations joining us, and I know that there potentially participants from South America, the Caribbean, Africa and East Asia as well who are interested in being part of this network in the future. So if this works well, there's lots of potential for it to develop. We've put together an agenda for today and a bit of a programme moving forward, and big thanks to everybody in the steering group who's worked so hard to do that. But there is some space within that agenda for people who are joining the network today for the first time to suggest. So have in mind anything that you might like to contribute or questions that you might like to hear from other countries or other programs, because there may well be space to accommodate those within the program sooner rather than later. So I think that's probably all I wanted to say by way of introduction. I think might just be an idea, sort of before we started, just to be clear who we have on the call. So I was just going to ask the working group to introduce themselves. Work technically, Peter. We've got, could members of the working group try to introduce themselves and maybe give a wave so we know who we have? We have Carol, I can see.
Hi, I'm Carol McDougall and I'm with the Read to Me program in Nova Scotia, Canada.
Thank you. And Dan?
Yes, I'm Dan. I'm at the Stichting Lezen, which is the Dutch Reading Foundation. I'm very happy to be here. Nice to see you all. It's a big day for the network.
Indeed, indeed. And Lotte, you're there, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm Lotte from Iedereen Leest Belgium, and we have a Bookstart program in Flanders, let's say.
Great, thank you. And Rebecca?
Hi everyone, I'm Rebecca. I am from Western Australia. We run the Better Beginnings program.
And very big welcome to everybody else. I think on that note, Peter, should we hand over to Olivia for the first presentation? Do you want to show us the agenda first? Is that?
I'll just try and show you the agenda. So that's the agenda for the meeting.
So we're going to start off with a presentation from Olivia here in London. It's actually in the French Alps, but that's how international we are as a network. And she's going to talk about some work we've been doing here around Bookstart for people in England who speak English as an additional language. And then we're hoping to hear from Izumi from Bookstart Japan, and we've got Carol already with us to talk to us about some of these multilingual language issues in Nova Scotia. So, and I think there are some themes throughout all of that I hope that when we get to the end, we've had got enough time and we keep on track, we might be able to share reflections from other countries and other programs, or have time for some sort of comments or general discussion about the things that we see that are similar, different, or the things that are interesting for those of us developing new work in this area. So on that note, Olivia, do you want to start us off? Hello.